Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you guys the books that I read in the month of October as well as the books I plan to read in November. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I read 3 books in the month of October. It is The Last Time We Were Us by Lee Conan. I also read The Fiery Heart by Rochelle Mead, which I believe is the 5th story in this saga. And then I read Revolution. Starting off with this one, since it's the most recent one I read, I just wanted to go ahead and read the back of it so that way you guys got an idea of it. It says, Love, Lost, Liberty. Andy Alpers is on the edge. She's angry at her father for leaving, angry at her mother for not being able to cope, and heartbroken by the loss of her younger brother, Truman. Raging grief for destroying her, and her father has determined that accompanying him back to Paris for winter break is the solution for everything. But Paris is a city of ghosts for Andy, and when she finds the centuries-old diary, the ghosts begin to walk off the page. Alexandrine, the owner of the journal, has lived during the French Revolution. She's angry too. It's the same fire that consumes Andy, and Andy finds comfort in it until, on a midnight journey through catacombs, words transcend paper and time and the past becomes terrifyingly present. So this book is a super good book if you're interested in reading a Halloween book or something for the fall mood. I really like anything that's paranormal or supernatural, so I think this was a perfect book to read for the month of October. Okay, so the next book that I read was The Fiery Heart by Rochelle Mead. This is, I think, the 5th story in the Bloodline series. It's pretty much like a spin-off kind of Vampire Academy. It has some of the same characters, but it doesn't follow the same people that it followed in Vampire Academy. It does follow Adrian, who was in Vampire Academy, but it also follows Sydney Sage, who was in there as well. She was one of the alchemists. I really like this book just because of the fact that I love Vampire Academy and I love this series. Okay, so the first book that I read in the month of October was this one. It is called The Last Time We Were Us. It was a super easy contemporary read. I read it in one day. I really enjoyed this book. So basically, I'll read the front cover. It says, Liz Grant is about to have the summer of her life. She and her best friend Mackenzie are getting invited to all the best parties. And with any luck, Ennis Taylor, the most gorgeous guy in Bonneville, will be her boyfriend before the 4th of July. Local teen convict released early. Jason Sullivan wasn't supposed to come back from juvie. A million years ago, he was her best friend. But that was before he ditched her for a different crowd. Before he attacked Ennis's older brother, leaving Skip's face burned in their town in shock. Everything is not what you think. Liz always found it hard to believe what they said about Jason, but all of Bonneville thinks he's dangerous. Before he gets out, she's seeing him. She could lose everything. But what if there's more to that horrible night than she knows, and how many people will get hurt before the truth finally comes out? So, basically, this book is super good. It's not necessarily a mystery, it's just a YA book that I would say is more contemporary, but there's a lot of different twists and turns in it, and I think that anyone who enjoys the books The Summer I Turned Pretty will really enjoy this book just because it's an easy and light read. Okay, so there are 4 books that I want to read in the month of November, and I'm going to share them with you guys. November is Strands of Bronze and Gold. The first book that I want to read in November is this one. It is Strands of Bronze and Gold, a Bluebeard fairy tale retold by Jane Nickerson. I haven't read any of her books, but I'm hoping to get into her from this book. On the back of the book, it just says, Welcome to Wind-Driven Abbey, Mississippi, 1855. Just looking from the cover, I can already tell this is going to be super like southern-y, old school, and I really like that type of books. Inside, it says, When 17-year-old Sophia Petherman's beloved father dies, she receives an unexpected letter, an invitation, on fine ivory paper in bold black handwriting, from the mysterious Monsieur Bernard de Cressac, her godfather. With no money and fewer options, Sophie accepts, leaving her humble childhood home for the astonishingly lavish, wind-driven abbey in the heart of Mississippi. Sophie has always longed for a comfortable life, and she finds herself both attracted and shocked by the charm and easy manners of an over-generous guardian. But as she begins to piece together the mystery of the past, it's as if, thread by thread, a silken net is tightening around her. As she gathers stories and catches whispers of former wives, all with red hair as her own, in the forgotten corners of the abbey, Sophie knows she is trapped in the passion and danger of de Cressac's intoxicating world. Glowing strands of romance, mystery, and suspense are woven into this breathtaking debut, a thrilling retelling of the Bluebeard fairy tale. So I think this seems like a good book to read in the month of November just because it seems like it has that gothic type of vibe to it, and I think I'll really enjoy this book. Okay, so the next book I want to read is The Heir, which is by Kiara Cass. I have read her selection series and this is part of it, except it's about her daughter this time. So for anyone who hasn't read the Heir series, it's essentially like a bachelorette for princess and princesses. So the princes will choose a princess based on something that's similar as the bachelorette, like a similar type of process. I think that this book is going to be really good. It says it's the book for the selection series. I know this came out a while ago and I've had it in my collection. I just haven't got the chance to read it, so I'm hoping this is the month that I finally get to read it. The next book that I want to read is Entwined by Heather Dixon. This cover is seriously gorgeous. I seriously love this dress that she has on. It's like a really pretty like off-white color and I love the pattern on this book. I actually got this at a local bookstore that was used, so it's a little bit older, but I'm still excited to read it. The back says, "For centuries, the keeper has been waiting within the walls of the palace, but now, Azalea," I think that's how you say it, "the eldest of the kingdom's 12 princesses, has found the magic entrance to its hideout. Azalea, who thought her life was unfurling brightly before her, but then lost her mother and her freedom. She too is trapped inside the walls of the palace by no stricting rules of mourning. No color, no sunlight, no suitors, no dancing. What is more, her father won't stop treating her like a child, so the keeper extends an invitation. Each night Azalea and her sisters may dance in the silver forest. He is dashing and his magnetic eyes are always on Azalea. What the keeper wants in exchange may cost her everything, but the keeper should not underestimate Azalea's temper or her strength or her love for her story, her sisters, and her kingdom." So this seems like a super good book to read also in the month of November. So that is my October wrap up as well as my November TBR. If you guys want to follow me on Goodreads and see how I'm liking these stories, I'm going to put it in the description bar down below so you guys can go ahead and add me as a friend on Goodreads. And if you guys are kind of wondering what my channel specifically is going to have, I'm going to have a lot of videos on books. I'm definitely into reading, as you can see from my library that is behind me. I definitely love reading and I definitely want to get into booktube as well as get into fashion YouTube as well. So my books will definitely be more of books and fashion, just in case you guys are curious on what you're going to be seeing from me in the next couple of videos. I just want to make sure you guys know that. I'm hopefully going to have a book outlet haul soon as well because I just got a huge package in the mail. I'm going to have to record it from their Booktoberfest. So I hope you guys have a good day. Make sure to subscribe and thumbs up this video. Bye.